That is wild looking, not gonna lie. But I'm super glad I waited on recreating this AC from secret level, because a lot of the parts I'm using received a buff. The Ludlow in particular, very curious to see how it performs here. And let me know in the comments, now that update 1.09 is out, what do you think they should have changed that they clearly missed out on? I'm still surprised they didn't do anything about Ransetsu AR. That weapon is completely outclassed, and I'm convinced they're never gonna show that thing any love or attention. I'm surprised you're not charging up the Kurosawa. Granted, I'm okay with that, because that was close. I know full well what the Kurosawa is capable of when landing a fully charged shot. What, you gave up? Oh, you tried to bait and switch me. What is that about? No respect. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was messed up. I feel betrayed. I feel like you deserved that. That was... Wow, so many times I've seen people decide to give up because, you know, there's too much of a health lead or whatever. That was, like, out of left field. I thought, okay, maybe they see that they're not able to land their hits and they want to call it early. But no, they try to do a fast one there. Just for that, I am going to destroy you. Maybe you should try charging the Kurosawa in all seriousness, because you are not doing much damage for me to really worry about any of your weapons. Well, interesting concept. Maybe back to the drawing board, though. Wow, this is a borderline mirror match right here. Nice to see more people trying out the Ludlows instead of relying solely on something like the Etsujins. More variety is always better in games like this. Taking to the sky, huh? Oh, my missiles could have hit if I was a little bit farther back. Wow, this is a very interesting back and forth, I have to say. Oh, okay, gotta time this right. No. Couldn't kick them, unfortunately, but wow, we are literally even here. Gotta make sure my missiles land more than theirs do. What's their expansion to, I wonder? If it's terminal armor, it's gonna be annoying. Wow, missiles, can you please land? Well, popping my pulse armor. We're literally identical in more ways than one. Oh, no way those whiffed. And by those, I mean my kicks. I need them to land. I need my missiles to land. I'm running low on ammo. They must be running low on ammo too. Good lord. I think whoever gets the next stagger wins it. No, yeah. Damn it. I called it though. That is so... Wow, we were very close too. The AP race was honestly so back and forth, neck and neck. You know what? This makes this whole match a lot more interesting. Nice. Oh, I was slightly above you. I could not make good use of that kick. But so far, this is going way more... Please dodge. Can I get another stagger? But yeah, this is going a lot smoother than last time. Much more in my favor. Triggered Their pulse armor. Now I'm going to use mine to continue the lead and not make things more stressful than they need to be. I would laugh if it came down to whoever runs out of ammo first. That would be something else. I've never had a matchup like that in this game before, but that would be telling for sure. Surprised they didn't go for the kangaroo kick. That might have closed the gap for them. Okay, I risked it there. They might have been able to do a counterattack, maybe even squeeze in a kick there, but I do not care. When you see your opponent has such a sliver of health left, you got to commit to something that's going to give you the win right then and there. Oh, good dodge with the missiles. Oh no, it's back and forth again. I'm tempted to drop my missiles, but I don't need a speed bonus. I need to make sure that my missiles land and theirs don't. Oh, come on. Good timing. I'm gonna retreat. Let the ACS string go away. Oh my goodness. Missiles, please! You're gonna be the determining factor here. I am on the edge of my seat right now. You're gonna hit there and oh no. Come on! Oh, that's big, that's big. Oh my goodness, if I missed the kick there, they probably would have won. I had almost no AP left from that. GG, my friend. Ooh, that looks scary right now. On a tetrapod lamb build, no less. Dual laser cannons with the laser shotties. That's a scary thought. Will they charge the laser shotties? Yes, they are. Missiles, go. On the... Damn, that does so much damage. On the up and up. Nice, I can do a lot of damage to them given their lack of defense and... I was gonna say the recent nerf to the lamb legs, which wasn't much, but given that they rely entirely on speed, I have to make sure that I can out DPS them, assuming my weapons will land when they need to. Like these missiles, please. Okay, that's a lot better. I don't know why they whiffed at a similar range last round, but better late than never. Whoo! Nice, good cancel. Terminal armor. Glad I have enough AP and pulse armor to outlast that. Good lord, though. Yeah, given the lamb nerf, we all know lambs were always glass cannons anyway. That's why you mostly see missile rats sporting them. But at the same time, they relied mostly on speed and evasiveness with their survival tactics. I don't think From Software realized that when they did this latest nerf. Okay, I may have got too greedy with the EN management there. Didn't realize I could have kicked them, but you know what? It is what it is. A win's a win. Doesn't matter if it could have ended 10 seconds earlier or not, given such a huge health lead. Whew. Okay, it's gonna be this kind of a session, huh? Whoa, now that is Some interesting weapon choices on a featherweight. I wonder, is this going to be like the lamb situation all over again? Really hoping my missiles hit in the optimal range. Granted, they have similar missiles, so I might be able to take advantage of that. I think I just need to stagger them once. Optimistically, anyway. Okay, that's not too bad if that's all you got. Whew, I didn't even consider they might have had assault armor. What? Don't you dare. Don't you dare start lagging. Okay, oh, why? Please tell me these are just random spikes that are gonna go away. Ah, oh, still lag spiking. Okay, when I needed my missiles to hit the most, they came in clutch. Please tell me they're not gonna go full lag switch mode. I hope they just have a crappy connection, and that's the end of it. Oh no, it's they're acting up again. That bazooka didn't even look like when they fired, they were in firing stance. Popping it now. Don't know why they popped their pulse armor already. The ACS... Oh, that was close. The ACS strain already wore off on them. Has it stabilized? It looked like it's... Yeah, it looks like it's stabilized now. I'm keeping an eye on the net. Oh, I think they've just lag spiked again. Come on, end it, end it. I don't want this back and forth. Yeah, I had to keep an eye on the way the netcode was acting up. I don't want to report someone if it's clearly sporadic and not intentional. Dual Zimmerman melee build. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I am curious how my Ludlows are going to be able to keep up with those Zimmermans. Nice gamer greeting. Let's give it our all here. Okay, you're not going to hit me from that range. I mean, I know the Zimmermans are good at longer distances, but come on now. Oh, my missiles are going to whiff 90% of the time here. At least that means theirs will as well, because they're also rocking cell missiles. Okay, I was worried that was going to be the case. Good thing I was able to quick boost in the opposite direction in time so they couldn't get a stagger follow-up. I think my hops are the one thing keeping me from their Zimmermans hitting all the time. No. I need to stagger you first. Awesome. Worried they were going to dodge out of the way the last second. Thankfully, they didn't. Whew. Zimmerman's another thing I'm surprised they haven't touched. I've said in the past, they shouldn't nerf it into a ground, but they need to do something given that it's literally still the best weapon in the game, arguably. It takes full advantage of all the mechanics in this game. Wow, I was convinced my missiles hit. Surprisingly, went right behind them instead. One thing that's interesting I'm noticing here... Oh, no. No punish, I love it. But I love that my... I think that was coming. I love that my Ludlows are able to maintain stagger pressure as much as their Zimmermans are currently. Granted, I'm dodging a lot better, so they can't constantly land their Zimmerman attacks. All the same... Oh, maybe I dropped the missiles this time. Well, actually, optimal range, please. Oh my... No way, no way, no way. Well, one thing they still have, the Zimmermans, that is, over the Ludlows, is that ridiculous spike in damage when you get within that optimal range. It is interesting how all full auto weapons in this game clearly do not have the means to keep up with DPS, by comparison, that is. Here we go. Get out of the way! Oh! Wasn't so lucky that time. However, they didn't get the melee punish off in time. Okay, I had to make sure that landed. No way was I going to whiff a kick in my moment of need. Wow, that still tagged me. No follow-up means I have this in the bag, though. Well done. Honestly, that went a lot better than I thought it would have. Ever since I recreated Shrieker's build, I had to take a shot at replicating one of the Balaam boys, because the reverse joint in particular was the most achievable and my favorite design from the bunch. The weapons are spot on, but like Shrieker's AC, the frame is entirely made up of custom parts, so I had to choose what looked the closest. But I didn't stop there. I also looked at reference photos again, and I realized there's a lot of decal work on these Balaam-themed ACs, more than I initially thought, at least. So, to really sell on the final look, I went in, applied the decals, and I think it's the icing on the cake. To a very solid build, I have to say. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And until next time, take care.